Question 5E says list 3 financial institutions other than commercial banks. B, list 4 services offered by commercial banks. C, outline one difference between savings and investments. Also identify one form of savings and one form of investments. Okay, so 3 financial institutions or businesses other than commercial banks. Financial institution. There's also central bank, but the thing with central bank is like a government bank. So, we don't really count them. I mean, you could count them, but they are like last resort. All the others are like first resort or what we would normally, who we would normally do business with first. Part B lists 4 services offered by commercial banks. So we talk about First Citizens, Scotia, Royal Republic. Those are commercial banks. So accepting deposits, so savings or current accounts. So yeah, you could save money. It could be a fixed deposit savings account where you save a certain amount every month. It doesn't have to be that one either. It could just be an account when you save whenever you want. It could be a current account where you could withdraw money as often as you like. They also allow or offer loans and overdrafts, so people could borrow money and you could, not all accounts, but some accounts could make payments for more than what they have in the account, which is called an overdraft. So if you only have $1,000 in your bank account, or you want to pay someone 1,500, some banks will allow you to do it. It will show up as an overdraft, which is a negative figure in your account. Simply means you owe the bank. And once money is redeposited into your account, the bank will take their money, the 500 that has been owed to them as an overdraft. There's also money transfer services, so we can transfer money locally, internationally, providing debit and credit cards, which we talked about earlier. There are other answers such as foreign exchange. So if it is you want to buy US, you want to buy European dollars or pounds. Yeah, foreign exchange, standing orders. So for instance, if you have a loan and you don't want to go every month on the 10th in the bank to pay that loan, but you could set up a standing order where the bank could automatically make the payment on your behalf. Yeah, that's a standing order. And of course, online banking where you can view as much as possible everything regarding your online account, your account online. Outline one difference between savings and investments. So savings involves setting aside money with low risk and easy access, while investments involve using money to earn higher returns, but with greater risk. So yeah, with savings, you have your money there for whatever emergency purposes. It doesn't really grow. So one of my bank give me 7 cents. Like I beg it for money. What is 7 cents? Anyways, those investment on your savings. So it's like a waste of time. But it's good to have savings for emergencies anyway. The other one is using money to earn higher investments. So investments can be done via like stock markets when we were speaking about public companies. I also mentioned insurance. With my insurance, the savings is not a normal savings account like you will have in a bank. So I would have mentioned that with my insurance, the savings grow. It's like an investment savings, not a normal bank savings. So I actually, the money increases over time. But with normal bank savings, that is not an investment, that's just savings. Okay? So investment is when you receive profits, sometimes called dividends in companies, based on how much money you invested. Identify one form of each. Savings account, a savings account, of course. It could be a fixed deposit saving account too, which means with fixed deposits, anytime you do fixed deposits, let's say you told the um teller you are going to save $500 every month. Every month they expect you to pay $500 for 2, 3, how many years you wrote up on the contract. Investment, bonds, real estate. So bonds is like a loan instrument. I think the government normally do this one where if the government want to if they want to raise funds for projects, they can issue bonds. And it's just like a something like a check, but not exactly a check. It will have the details. If it is I want to lend the government money, let's say I want to lend them $5,000. um they would write up that bond for me. They put my name, the amount I'm lending them. They would tell me when I would receive when that 5,000 would be returned to me, which is normally long term, so probably like 5 years time. And during that 5 years, every month I would receive an interest for them borrowing that money from me. So in my end, I would be earning interest, which is additional money from that bond until I receive the money that I originally invested into the government. On their end is a loan, on my end is an investment. With bonds, it is more safer and secure than stock markets because you are guaranteed you will get back your money and you are guaranteed you will get your interest. With the stock market, it's a little bit more risky. Some people also do real estate, but with real estate, you pay for property, you rent people, and you make money like that. Okay. All right. The last two says list three personal sources of capital. Right? That's from here. List three personal sources of capital that may be used to start a business. So people use from their personal savings, funds from family and friends, and also sale of personal assets. So they might sell certain assets they have and earn money and invest it. It can also be based on inheritance. So when family pass away and stuff, or it doesn't even have to pass away. Some business people have a lot of property. They may give their children while they are still alive money and stuff. So it could be inherited and they use from that inheritance. It could be a personal loan. So yes, sometimes loans will be given once qualified. The next question is saying the bank's family is struggling financially. A close relative, family friend advises the family to consider preparing a personal budget. Explain two benefits that the bank's family could gain from preparing a personal budget. Okay, so one is better control of finances. A budget helps the bank's family track their income and expenses, allowing them to see where money is being spent. This helps reduce unnecessary spending and manage money more effectively. That's so true. Because if you're not tracking, you would know where it's going. You'd be like, my money is, I don't have money, but you can't see where it's going if it's not being tracked. And also helps to plan and save the future. A budget allows the family to set aside money for savings and emergencies. This improves financial stability and um, reduces the risk of debt. So in other words, when businesses or people, family, if they owe the bank, when they set aside money using a budget, they'll be more financially stable. They don't have to worry and stress about money because they have something set aside for any emergency. And also um having debts that they cannot pay from what they borrow, that can be very stressful when someone doesn't have money. Okay, so people, do you all have any questions at all? Jubel, Natalia, or Soraya? So this is the end of the paper that I was going through, which is May, June 2020. 5 paper 2. Okay. Okay then.